Table beer is 3.3% alcohol per volume. Cascade, Motueka, which is from New Zealand, Big Secret.
Looks good.
It's a bouquet of flowers.
The peach comes right out.
Actually, yeah, the smell and the flavour don't match exactly. It's quite a fruity, citrusy smell, but then the taste isn't quite the same for me.
When you start to pull it apart, you have the initial floral bouquet in there, and then it starts to go into some tropical fruit sort of flavourings. But then underneath that is a little bit more fusel or chemical. But then when you get into the taste side of it, you get that initial spiciness, and then there's some grassy notes and that kind of thing. And
for me, it's got a fruity bitterness. So it's kind of, as you said, grapefruit bitterness. It was like,
yeah, that's what it is. It's that aftertaste when you've had a grapefruit and the bitterness calms down, that citric acid goes away, then there's this lingering dry.
Yeah. The thing for me is it always comes down to is I drink a second one. So,
yeah,
exactly.
You know, that means...
And would you? You'd have a second one?
Probably have a third one.
I certainly would, yeah.
Okay, this is a pale ale. It's made with Pacifica and Waimea hops. Nice head on it. Taste is nice.
It's kind of a more resiny character. It's not got the citrus.
With the different hops that aren't so commonly seen, you do get these alternative flavours and notes and spiciness, resiny.
There's definitely a more pronounced bitterness to this one for me.
Yeah, at least it hangs on longer, and it's not that similar astringent kind. It's more of a classic hop bitterness.
Yeah.
In this one, in any case.
For me, this would be a great place marker in a beer tasting where you've got a whole bunch of pale ales, where you have two different types of pale ale that's very similar in hop notes, and then you put this one in to reset the flavour palette so that you can go in and have a look again.
This one isn't that spectacular for me. I can't describe it very easily because it's just got so much going on, maybe too much.
I think it's a little muted, right? But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's not all. It shouldn't always be about the star hop that's in the beer. Right?
For me, it should have like a direction. You know what I mean? So like, I can understand like complicated beers. It's fine, and certain ones work. But when it's a pale ale, it tends to go more in the hop direction, or you know, say if this is an English one, so you would expect a good malty character.
I quite like this, taste-wise. For me, I'd be more than happy to sit down with this and watch a couple of movies through the night. Galaxy is from Australia, Centennial and Nugget is from America.
Nice big white head on these compared to the others.
Similar colour to the others again, yeah.
Ah, that smells fantastic.
Yeah, that's it.
Ooh.
I like that one.
What are you guys getting out of that when you smell it?
A little bit of apricot, very light.
Yeah, I would have said apricot as well for sure. Yep. Yep, apricot.
There's a bit of
peaches.
Passion fruit, a little bit. And the Galaxy's in the mouth. A Galaxy and Nugget right there in the flavour.
It's much more bitter. It's much stronger bitterness.
There's a whole bunch of other stuff at the back end of the throat, back end of the palate. That's for me, it's got a metallic finish to it as well. It's a bit tinny.
This one's better than the last one for me in drinkability.
This is my favourite so far, I'll have to say.
So, last one for the night, we've got an Export India Porter. Some say that the Porter was exported to India more often than actually pale ale, so we'll be interested to see how that goes.
Smells like chocolate.
Ooh, chocolatey.
Yeah, it's really strong chocolate malts.
Maybe they're going for the style of beer that they would have exported at the time, much like I.P.A. was. Maybe this is the common man's drink.
Also got some roasty notes in
Yeah,
there.
you can even smell the roast on it. Like, yeah.
Gee, this is really quite silky. It's in comparison to its nose.
Oh, fantastic. Nah, that's really silky, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not sweet. You can still taste there's good malt, like balance to it. Like there's good malt presence to it, but he's balanced the bitterness with the kind of roasted flavours. We need an open fire for this beer, you know.